Watch this. Watch the magic. That's what we're making. That's the Hamburg steak that we're making. That's it. That's it right there. I have made Hamburg steak before. I've made it on stream, actually. The one and only time I've made it was on stream. I made the Hamburg steak curry from Pokemon Sword and Shield, and that was the first time I made Hamburg steak, and it was so nice and actually really not that difficult to make, which was great. Well, the Hamburg itself I made of carrot. No, I was trying to think of a way. I was like, could I incorporate carrot into the Hamburg? I was like, I think the texture might get a bit weird. I have a recipe that I'm sharing. It's just for the Hamburg steak. It's a recipe that I used. I think it was the same one I used when I was making the Pokemon curry. I think. Just, yeah, we're stabbing the carrot into it. You see the way there's the carrot in it? Listen, we haven't even had a cup of tea yet. Hands up, who wants a cup of tea? We have to be fed and watered before I start going through the details with you, all right? Is it horse time? I suppose I did buy the beef mince in Tesco. So I don't have an exact recipe to give you, but I have a reference for like rough size of a plate. I did buy a lot of meat. It was not cheap. I think this might be one of the most expensive Friday streams ever. But it doesn't matter that much because it will all be eaten. Unless I literally set fire to it all by accident. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I want it to come up to about here, and then we have to stick a carrot in it. Then, do you see what's underneath it? There's spaghetti. Why is there spaghetti? I'll tell you why there's spaghetti. I'm gonna make her smaller. She's making me nervous. There is spaghetti because Japan. I'm so serious. There's spaghetti because of the way Japan plates up what they'd consider to maybe be European dishes. Do you know how they give you spaghetti? Literally however they want. They don't care. They don't care. It doesn't matter. They don't care. When we were in Japan, I had a bowl of ramen that was actually a carbonara. A carbonara with eggs, with the cheese, with the everything. But it was really good, is the thing, you know? Like, it was really, 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 really tasty. It was absolutely delicious. Like, you get a lot of people who are like, oh my God, you can't make sushi this way. You can't put that in your sushi. Everyone in Japan is gonna think you're such a baka. And like, you go to Japan and they're like, oh shit, you can put like a burger in sushi? That slaps. Why didn't I think of that? The carrot in the middle is key. If everything else falls apart, but we have the carrot in the middle, we're laughing. As far as I'm concerned, we're laughing, okay? When you win the Euro finale, you get the Hamburg steak. When you win the Euro finale, you win first place, the first of the places, you get the big steak. When you lose the Euro finale, you become Hamburg steak. No! I'm going to make a template for how big these need to be, at least roundy ways. Circularly. I don't have a compass. While I've been talking to you, I've been looking around the kitchen for circular objects I can use as a template for this. And I kind of forgot that the plate is right here. And I forgot that there are smaller plates in here. And do you know what shape those are? They're circular. Thinking about all the meat I bought, I think I was actually right to go a little overboard because 1, the meat is going to shrink. 2, I need these to be tall. 3, the meat will shrink. And 4, so you can understand, surely.
I've been playing the horse game in Japanese for a while, and I got into an argument with a new player about the game. I couldn't wait to clock back.
I wonder what's for dinner.
Giant meat mountain. So we don't need this yet. Meat's expensive. But I think it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna be eating for days. We're going like 2/3 beef, about 1/3-ish pork. Maybe a little, it's a little loosey-goosey either way. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's not gonna be enough to make the whole lot. So I was like, maybe I'll get something else. And I went back and I realized like the only way I was doing this properly without having it be a little like sad looking was to double up. So, good sweet mother of God. I have, 16. Almost 4 kilograms of meat. Like, over 3.5. I'm walking down the road in my backpack. I'm like, oh, how is this so heavy? I wonder why. Okay, we need to do things. We need to do things, and I don't know what I want to do first because we actually have a lot to do. I know what we have to do first. I know what we have to do first. I don't want to do anything yet. I have so much time. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, sure, I can, but I have to face the consequences of that at some point. We're gonna cut up these 2 onions. I'm not gonna cry. I've actually just decided I'm not gonna cry today. I'm not gonna cry about the onions. I'm not. I'm not. I'm stronger than that. I've made my arms slightly longer so that I can sit back a little bit from the onions. Not that it would bother me. I don't know why the onions would bother me in the slightest. What would you do with 100 onions? Cry. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm preparing for the one big chop that's about to happen by having these ready to go, but keeping them relatively intact so that I can do this all in one go before the onions are able to take advantage of my weaknesses. I did it before the tears started to hit me. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, thank you, thank you. That's actually probably too much onion now that I look at it. Oh well, I want these really, 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 really finely minced up. I don't want like big, enormous, I don't mind a bit, like, I don't mind a recognizable bit of onion in something like this, but I don't want like a chunk. Okay, now I'm gonna walk away, not for any particular reason, and get a piece of tissue. Not really for any particular reason, I just think tissue is, I think we could all take a little time to appreciate tissue more. I'm gonna open up this bag of carrots, because we're looking for something very specific in this bag of carrots. Do you know what it is? A carrot, but stay with me. There's a particular thing I want. I want the carrot to have a little tuft. I found it. It's perfect. That's literally the perfect carrot. I could chop these in half. I probably should chop these in half, because we want about, I'm gonna leave a little extra buffer bit at the end, you know? So like to about there-ish. Sharpen the carrot to stab the steak. All in favor of sharpening the carrot to stab the steak. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Everybody together, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. If you want to sharpen carrots, put your hands up. If you're $20 bill, put your hands up. No, I'm not doing that because we need to soften them. Although, you know what? A horse would prefer a raw carrot. That's what's getting me. I think a horse would prefer a raw carrot. So what I think, we could steam 2 carrots and keep one raw. Keep one aside to stab the steaks. Ballmaster, you're on my brain, so I hadn't even read that. That's the one. We're going to the stove. We're moving this terrifying wire out of the way. This is the pan. Oil. A little more oil. Oil. I've got the onion stick. The onion stick. We just want to get them a bit translucent. Skip to the 15-minute, 72-second mark of this video. How did you do that? There is no 72nd second. How did you do that? Analog horror. How did you skip to the 72nd second? You know, I had to make a poster for something for college once. It was actually my first time ever doing this for whatever it was I was doing. I had to make a poster for a Pokemon table quiz, and the time I put on the poster, I didn't realize until the posters were already beautifully, proudly put up around campus that the time I had put down was not 7:30, but 7:70. I made it. I looked at it. I got someone else to look at it. Unfortunately, the person I asked to double check it was dyslexic, so between the two of us, we didn't really stand much of a chance. That's a good respectable amount of onions. I'm gonna turn off the heat. I'm gonna give him one of these. Now look at those onions. You can't even, oh for feck's sake, you can't even see how golden they are. I don't even know if they should be that golden, but they're golden now and it's fine. Right, we're gonna put the onions into a bowl, let them cool down. They need to cool. So there are our onions. I think I might have just found the Irish person purple burglar alarm. I need to decide what I'm doing with the sauce. I could just make a sauce. It wouldn't be anything fancy. And I'm kind of sitting here like, am I just doing this to fill time? No. I could do that. I could just make a simple tomato sauce. But we don't really want a whole lot of sauce. We literally just want like the color on it. But it feels like a cop-out. I'm just gonna make a sauce. Give me a second. Cake talk to yourself is doing more work again. You mean to tell me I garlicked this bread? Olive oil. That's a lot of olive oil, it doesn't matter. Now, do you know what we want to do? Do you know what you want to do when you're frying garlic? Garlic can burn very easily. And do you know what happens if garlic burns? It doesn't really taste very nice. I mean, maybe you like it. Maybe, I mean, like, it's fine. It's fine. In a sauce, it's not, I wouldn't go for it myself. I used to overcook garlic because it's very easy to do. Like, it does get very excited very quickly. That's probably too much olive oil. I just don't care. In a sauce, in a sauce, in a sauce. Yeah, it gets bitter, exactly. It gets bitter very, very quickly. Oh, it smells so good though. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. I can see it going a little golden on the... There we go, okay. I'm calling it. God, that looks weird. I'm gonna give this a good stir. I did maybe put a bit much olive oil in, but look, it's fine. I'm gonna see if we have tomato puree. I feel like there's some in the fridge. It doesn't need to be a fancy sauce. We're gonna have the Hamburg steak sauce as well, which I'm just going to improvise from the juices on the pan. I should probably put a little bit of something. I should probably put like at least a fucking bay leaf or something in with it. It feels naked. Here, have a bay leaf. Wait, that looks a bit sad. I am guilty of forgetting sage exists until Christmas comes around, but I think, oh, I love sage. Oh, do you want to smell of this? This isn't fancy, but like, oh, that's good. I'm gonna just put a lash of sage in here and hope it's not too much. Oh, that's maybe too much. It's fine, don't worry about it. Just don't even worry about it. It'll be flavorful and beautiful. And other things too. You won't even believe your eyes, nose, ears, or stomach. We put that on low heat and let it just gently think about things for a while. And I'm gonna use the nitrile gloves to handle all the meat because otherwise it's gonna get in around my nails and I'm gonna want to explode. Ah! That's the first part of our meat. This is a lot of food. So I'm fairly determined to not waste any of this. You know how I feel about food waste. Also the fact that this is really expensive, but it's fine. It's fine, it'll be worth it. It's worth it for the horse girls. Just come over here. God, that's so much. What have I done? What have I done? That's so much. I'm going to generously salt and pepper this meat before I start putting my hands into it, and then I can mix it all up together and hope that I don't end up with one massive chunk of salt. Would the Umamusume girls say they're so hungry they could eat a horse or something else? Ketchup. Don't question it. We're gonna put in some wash your sister sauce. There's a lot of meat. I need to put in a lot of bits and bobs. Panko, the breadcrumbs, they're directly in front of me. That's a lot of panko. We need an egg. I forgot the egg. I wonder if Umamusume can eat 3 times a normal human's diet. For their sake, I hope they can. They deserve to have that much nice food. I'm gonna just put a bit of this into a glass because I don't want to have the entirety of the milk out on the counter. Yeah, I should have mixed the meat together before putting in the panko. It does not matter. We're just gonna still do this anyway. It'll be fine. Maybe this is too much. Maybe I've massively overestimated how much meat I need for this. But maybe it means we'll be fed for weeks and days and moments. Just going for it. I'm not a coward, okay? I'm not a coward. I'm not a cowardly individual. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Okay.
Don't even worry about it one bit. Someone said you looked like a minion.
Mods, Gen AI that person's family.
No! Milk. Oh! Maybe eggs need to go in. I don't know if this is enough eggs. Is your milk lumpy? Yeah, that's what I'm worrying. Like, what's your milk normally like? Do you get the milk straight from the cow? Because then, like, you might be having a different milk experience to the rest of us. So, as it turns out, I do actually need to put this on a plate because we need to chill it. Which means I need to make the Hamburg steaks now. I need to make the shape of them. And the thing with Hamburg steak is like when you're making it, you're supposed to like throw it back and forth in your hands. I can't really do that because it's gonna be too big. Why couldn't I have just made some like, I don't know, some butterfly cakes or something today? Why do I do things like this to myself? Willingly I do things like this to myself. That's a big boy. Now I'm hoping that it will cook down. It should cook down. I'm kind of compensating for the fact that it's likely to cook down. I'm trying to get it roughly circular. Oh yeah, don't call it that. That looks good. I need the small plate to make the next layer. Oh my god, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be enormous. Which is exactly what I want. These being cooked in pans. No, I was actually thinking of setting fire to them. I love making nice, manageable meals, don't you? You know when you're icing a cake You know, you're icing a cake and you're trying to cover up the little bits that aren't like iced properly, the little gaps. That's kind of what I'm doing at this point. Not the ideal way to assemble a Hamburg steak, I understand, but don't pat the meat. Too late. Now I need to go take a shelf out of the fridge. Meat block. You know, we've gotten this far. We've gotten this far. I like to believe that the horse girls would appreciate the effort I've gone through here. I'm not sure I'm seeing the benefit of putting it in the oven versus putting it on the pan for longer, lower with a lid. Yeah, low and slow is the way to go. I am just afraid that even if I wrap it in tinfoil, it's gonna get dry and weird, and I can't really keep an eye on the shape of it. It's enough space, you get them all to the same temperature in the oven. I could. I'll go for the oven. Well, I'll go for the oven. I'll go for the oven. Because otherwise we're not going to rest. No. I'm going to use the oven because otherwise we're not going to rest. And I don't want to be here in like an hour and a half going, oh, I should have used the oven. Hey, yeah. This is the smallest one. This can go onto the smallest pan. This is the not smallest one. It's the middly one. That can go here. Sweet Jesus, I forgot how big the big one is. See, maybe I had a moment there where I was losing hope and I was confused and unsure of where I was going in life and where I was going in the meat dimension. What the hell am I saying? Where did that come from? What the hell is the meat dimension? What the hell is that? What is the meat dimension? What am I talking about? We just have to send it. I'm just putting them straight in the oven because otherwise I'm going to be humming and hawing about this for the next 2 hours. And you know what will get done? Feck all right? I actually can't close the oven on that. I forgot how enormous this pan is. We're gonna have to move them all around in a while. That's fine. Good God, all right, in you go, buddy. What choice do I have at this late stage of the game but to trust? What am I trusting? I don't honestly know. I should have seared them, but I won't have, I actually genuinely do not have time to sear them. Yeah, we'll have to rotate the meat, you're dead right. The meat will need to be rotated. Rotate the meat in your mind. Now that I've made the decision to just put them in the oven, I'm sitting here like, now what do I complain about? I have nothing to complain about. I'm gonna take a minute to deal with this sauce and make it thin, not thin, but make it smooth. Oh, I forgot to taste the sauce. It's fine, it's fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, it's actually fine. It's not stunning. It's not fantastic. It doesn't need to be. It just needs to be hanging out, you know? Would you like to see the meat ingots? Because I need to figure out how the hell I'm going to turn these over. Oh my giddy aunt. It's very likely that this is going to explode if I flip it over. I wonder if we could get away with just leaving it and doing it for longer. I don't think it has enough structural integrity. I think I need to leave these for another few minutes. I don't think the structural integrity of the Hamburg steaks is reliable enough yet to actually move them. So I'm going to give them another few minutes before we even think about moving them. Because otherwise they're just going to... Any minute now. Any minute now. Any minute now. I really do not know why I'm sitting in front of the oven looking as though it's going to cook faster, you know? Okay, all right, okay, well, I just gotta do it. I just gotta it smells good. It looks juicy, I hope. Have you ever had a slab of meat that I just want to see, does it have any integrity? Yes, okay. Oh, okay, wait now. We might actually just be able to flip it. Structural integrity, baby, woo! I'm gonna take this parchment and get rid of it and try to grab the juices before I put this back in. This is gonna be like a multi-minute operation, okay? Oh God, I'm gonna have to be careful with this. It's arrived, I'm not dead, everything's fine, nothing's broken, somehow. That is the biggest one, so all the others are actually gonna be much, much easier. Yeah. This would be a great time to have a meat thermometer, wouldn't it? I will cut one of them open. I have a timer set for 12 minutes, and then we'll see. How much longer are you gonna leave the large one in the oven? Surely they have different cooking times. Yes, I was saying that only a couple of minutes ago. They do need different cooking times. So the small one is gonna need to come out first. We're in the end game now, which is scary because we do need a lot of things to be ready all at once. And I have not started the spaghetti because I do not like cooking spaghetti. I admit it, I don't like cooking spaghetti. You know, I could just leave it as it is and just put the pasta in it to think about what it's done. I'll heat it up a bit because otherwise I'm just like making everything into a fine paste. I don't want everything to be a fine paste. I don't expect this is done in the middle yet, surely, although it does feel quite firm. I can usually extract like a core sample, which I know then kind of messes everything else up, but like, what are you gonna do about it? You gonna fight me about it? You might, but I'd really prefer if you didn't do that. That's feckin' done. Okay, first one's done. We do have some of the juices already. I don't want to take the juices away from it, so what I'm going to do is bring this over here where I actually have a bit of space and hopefully not immediately fling it onto the ground by accident. I'm going to delicately just kind of like... We're not looking for any crispiness here. First one done. That is also cooked. There is no pink in there. That is from the very middle of this. I think this one's done. Don't say steak hole. Don't do that. Okay, class, hands up. Who would like some frozen broccoli? I need 2, like, healthy-looking florets. We can do this in the microwave. Don't say anything to me. It's broccoli. It's gonna be fine. I really genuinely do not know how much spaghetti I should put on, but then I stop and remember that nobody knows how much spaghetti they should put on. The correct amount of spaghetti is too much. That's what I like to hear. Because you're always like, oh, I'll just put on a little bit more. No one's like, I should put on less pasta. Nobody ever says that. Not a single person on this green earth has ever said, oh, I should take some pasta out of this bundle. That's too much. But I'm not going to take any pasta out of this bundle. I will probably eat it later. It'll be fine. I am going to even try to cook it without breaking it, because I've actually decided that I don't want to be hunted down by knives, with knives, by Italians. Cake saves herself from being Caesared by her Italian viewership. Yeah, I mean, listen, you gotta look out for yourself, you know? I forgot about the feckin' sauce. Have you tried? Oh, that looks terrible. I couldn't get very much anything without spilling it everywhere, so we're gonna just have to trust the process here a little bit. It does not look good, and that's fine. The big boy is done. I'm really running out of space here. Oh, and the juice is in this one. Okay, wait, we could be back. This is what we just got out of the big bit that just came out. That's a little more like it. That's a little more like it. So we're gonna put that there. We're gonna get our stock cube. We're gonna get our wine, and we're gonna cry about it later if I do it wrong, okay? Smell that. Smell that. If you don't trust me, just smell that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. Just don't worry about it. I'm just gonna make this up. In fact, I'm so self-conscious. I'm not gonna let you look until it looks good, because I'm starting to... I'm actually not really that worried. I'm just like, you know, you just... You know, when you're just... We could be onto something here, gang. We could be onto something. Maybe not something fantastic. It's definitely got some bits in it, but we can always run it through a sieve. If you're ever worried about something, just run it through a sieve. Your taxes, run it through a sieve. Your marriage, just run that marriage through a sieve. Now we're getting somewhere and it looks like something and it doesn't look as scary and bad. I am really just making this up as I go along. This is not a demi-glace. This is just we had some stuff left over sauce. Woo, 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 jingly, jingly, jingle, jingle, jingle. Put this onto the heat. Put this in, stir the hell out of it like my life depends on it, and I'm sure it will be absolutely fine. This is not going to look fantastic. It doesn't matter, because we're not going to be taking the bits out with it, you know? Well, that's probably going to be unavoidable. Shut the hell your mouth alarm that I willingly put on myself. We need to start assembling this. It's so warm in here, lads. It's so feckin' warm. I regularly worry that I'm going to get like full wholesale spill a load of food on top of the stream deck someday. I really need to be a little more careful. Every time I put a layer on, almost like icing a cake, I'm gonna put a little bit of this sauce in the middle, like a little bit, because I do need a little bit to drizzle over top, you know? Second one. Oh my God. Okay, for once in my life, I think I've actually gone much, much, much bigger than strictly necessary. When you bring something from animation or from not real life into the real world, you kind of have to, you have to full send it and exaggerate it, because otherwise it looks a bit half-assed, you know? It doesn't need to be neat. It just needs to be on the plate. Now, please help me with the on the plate part, spaghetti. Despite my worries, I think this might be an all-timer. Oh, that looks good! The sauce looks good. All right, are we ready? This is not maybe the thing I'm most proud of doing on twitch.tv, but it is working. Somehow that worked. It's you know what? It's a lot better looking than I thought it was going to be. It is complete. It actually ended up being kind of the perfect height. Don't look at the back. You can't look at the back. But don't look at the back because it has cracked open from the force of the carrot. Okay, I've just had a new fear. What if I lift the carrot and everything lifts with it? Ideally, if I was an Umamusume, I would be able to unhinge my jaw and just like... You know, but I want to try and get like a cross-section the whole way down. I've hit the carrot again, I've hit the carrot a third time. I don't know if horse girls can unhinge their jaws, but I feel like they'd probably be able to take a good solid bite out of something. I mean, can you imagine Gold Ship eating politely with a knife and fork? I didn't think I was going to be able to extract a slice like that. I was doing that with the expectation that it would just sort of fall apart. It looked very nicely cooked as well. Do you want to see the cross-section complete with the carrots? I've paid good money for worse meals. I don't know how weird it is to invite people over to help eat the Hamburg steak. It's fucking good though. That sauce is really nice. This is really, it's actually tasty. It's actually really tasty. I didn't really expect this. Like, I mean, I knew it'd be fine, but like, it's very good. You know what else it is it's very 6:15 in the evening. We've been here for over 5 hours. I can't believe we did this. Like, I really, really can't. I hope the director will be impressed. I hope all the Umamusume will be impressed.